Good morning. It is Baby Friday, Thursday, July the 15th. Welcome to First Local AM with Heidi and Colette on this very wonderful, sunny, gorgeous, warm-looking day. It is gray and rainy, so if you can stay inside and put those covers over your head, do it for us, but watch the show while you're doing it.
That's right.
So, yes, well,
that's the deal.
Absolutely.
That's the deal.
Well, welcome. We've got a few announcements this morning.
Yes.
We're going to break those in half. What do you got over there?
Well, I've got Lisa McLeod, who is the Minister of Heritage, Sports and Tourism, as well as Culture Industries, to be joined by Guy Labine, who is the CEO of Science North, and they're making an announcement at 10:30 on site in Sudbury.
Sudbury.
And then early this afternoon, Minister Phillips. I always want to say
Phillips.
You're Rod Phillips.
Yeah, we know the story in Rod Phillips.
How was your vacation? Anyway, okay. Rod Phillips, Minister of Long-Term Care.
Yep.
Now newly appointed.
Yes.
After the shuffle.
After the shuffle from Minister of Finance, who went to the Caribbean and only brought back a T-shirt for the
You like that vacation in the Caribbean?
Look at you go.
All right. Well, I mean, I can't sit next to you and not absorb it. It's osmosis. Everyone knows that. Osmosis. Okay, and he'll be joined by Premier Doug Ford, his champion, to make an announcement.
His champion, yes.
Yes, so that will be in Toronto. It will be live streamed. I assume we're carrying both.
Yeah, we are.
So,
and at 9:30, guess who's coming on?
Who?
Minister McNaughton. Hello, Monty. Minister of Labour Training Development. Yes, he'll be joined by Nina Tangres, the Associate Minister of Small Business. That's at 9:30 in Waterloo, and that's going to be on Facebook, apparently.
Okay.
Now, do you remember this big drug bust we talked about a couple weeks ago in Toronto?
Yes.
Biggest drug bust in Toronto. It was international, coming from Mexico up to California through to Canada.
Yes.
Very intelligent use of trafficking drugs, the way that we're doing it through 2x4s, I believe, sticking them inside them. And
That's
very good. Anyways, they made the biggest arrest. It was a huge arrest of the Toronto police, and it spread across several municipalities. There is a very important OPP media release or media press conference today at 11 a.m. to go into that a little bit more and discuss it. At the time that we reported this back in, I think it was mid-June, there were still 2 people missing. So
wow.
I know it was about 23 people they arrested. I think 2 people are missing, so perhaps that's what the updates. But yeah, lots of stuff. So join me today for all of that on News This Hour.
Okay.
All right, what else can we go to? I know. Let's go over to Father Nature. I miss him. We haven't called him Father Nature in a while. Okay, Crackers, we did it. We are all here this morning. I know you wanted to pull the covers over your head too. So what are we in store for today?
Well, it is a nice day to just stay in bed, but unfortunately we are going to have some showers. Drizzle last for the next couple of hours, and then we're going to start seeing some clearing. So great news for Rotary Fest. It starts tonight and of course continues Friday and Saturday. The forecast has changed quite a lot for Rotary Fest, so congratulations there. We'll take a look outside and show you what your day is looking like right now, courtesy Wireless Comm with our live shot of the downtown. And you see it's a little damp out there, a little bit on the soggy side. We are currently in mist and some just light pockets of showers. That will eventually move out later on this afternoon. We'll take a look at the radar and tell you exactly what's going on. So we picked up around 12 millimeters of rain last night. We were looking at 50, so nowhere close to where Environment Canada was saying we were going to get. But 12 millimeters, that's a good drink for our lawns and gardens. That is now, you can see on the radar, pushing towards the northeast. It's still going to be a soggy day for parts of the northeast. So if you're traveling to the east, you're going to start seeing some heavier rain showers, but we're eventually going to clear out and see some sun later on this afternoon. We'll take a look at the 12-hour forecast. This is what we're looking like. So the showers and drizzle will eventually end this morning. Temperatures got on the cool side though. I mean, 17, we're going to pretty much stay there all day long unless we start seeing some sun later on this afternoon, and then we'll start seeing temperatures rebounding a little bit to about 21. But it is going to be slightly breezy from the north and northwest as that system pulls away. So be mindful of that tonight. We will take a look at your 3-day forecast. It's looking really, really nice. We'll do that in just a couple of minutes. Right now, let's send it back to Heidi and Colette.
Thank you, Craig. We appreciate that. Okay, so we're going to take a break in a bit, but we want to talk to you what we're going to talk about before we hit that break. So today we're going to talk about the fires in northwestern Ontario. You have that story that's becoming a major issue, especially the ones in British Columbia. We have a lot of impaired driving charges and some criminal activity that we need to catch you up on. So look forward to that. What else do you want to talk about? You've got the O'Leary update too.
Yes, yeah.
Sounds like it should be a show, the O'Leary update.
I know, right? Well, the trial did resume not yesterday, but I believe Tuesday the trial resumed. So yeah, we do have the up-to-date blow by blow, as it were, pertaining to that.
And related to COVID-19, the numbers yesterday were phenomenal, under 200, which you're going to get into. There was a Londoner traveling to Barbados, says because he's mixed his vaccines, he's not able to get into to Barbados. They're not accepting that as full vaccination. So we're going to talk about that too. And there's a vaccine clinic again at the Indian Friendship Center that we want to update you on. But we're going to take a quick break, get our stuff together, just fix our hair a little bit, and we'll be right back after this commercial break.
First Local, supported by United Way. Help make your community a better place. Show your local love and donate today.
COVID-19 is a serious health threat. When you touch things like gas pumps, door handles, or someone else's cell phone, you can spread the virus, even if you don't have symptoms. Don't put lives at risk. Wash your hands. Stay 2 meters apart. That's a distance of 2 arms lengths. And if you're sick, stay home to save lives. A message from the Government of Canada.
Good morning and welcome back to First Local Morning. It is Baby Friday.
Baby Friday all day.
It is. That means it's Thursday, July the 15th. It is rainy out there, but from what I heard from Craig, it won't stay rainy. I hope I heard that correctly.
Guess we'll find out.
I guess we'll find out. Craig will come in here on the next commercial break, shaking his fist at me. And he'll have to backtrack. Okay.
Well, guess what? The bells and whistles.
Oh, it's not going to clear up
you just came in eating a banana. Oh, Craig, you're so
funny.
funny.
So I didn't hear that correctly. It will rain, and it will continue to rain.
You just put a damper on my day.
Oh, the sun is coming out. Okay.
Tomorrow.
And that is why he is the weather specialist. And not I.
That's so. Right. Well, listen, bells, whistles, ding, ding, ding. You like all that? Does it excite you? Does it tickle your fancy? Because yesterday we discussed how Niagara Falls, that the Falls View and the other casino will be opening up.
Yes.
Well, yes. In fact, as soon as the show ended, Craig had posted an article saying, on Friday, as of 9 a.m. tomorrow, the Gateway Casino here in Sault Ste. Marie will be open for business, everybody. It is,
Sorry, no, I did find it odd that only the casinos out of Niagara.
No, that's called Canadian Press highlighting the biggest casino.
Oh,
and forgetting about the, look at that.
About the little guy.
Oh, I love machines. Anyway, okay.
Okay.
Bar. Okay, no. Hang on. We'll be right back after this message. No, wait. Oh! Okay, so yes, machines will be opened up, but tables will not be, just so you know that. Since March 2020, the casinos have been closed
Yes.
due to that little thing we know as the pandemic. And certain restrictions will be enforced, such as guests must wear masks. You're going
Yes.
to have to sign in for contact tracing purposes. 50% of the floor will be at capacity. It's a first come, first serve. Table games will not be available at the moment. Perhaps that's something they're moving down the road. So every casino, with exception of the ones in British Columbia, who have outright refused to open their casinos even under restrictions.
Right.
So there you go. Get your arms ready today, guys. I want you to practice this, putting your money in, da-ding, da-ding, and go for cherries. Always go for the cherry. Over to you, Maine.
Okay, well, you did reference the wildfires, so I'll talk
Yeah.
for a moment about those. So provincially, Ontario has issued an emergency order for the province's northwest to allow it to better respond to the growing wildfires in the region. So the Ministry of Natural Resources and Forestry says that the order means the province can close roads and restrict access to certain areas as needed to fight the fires. It says high temperatures, dry conditions, and frequent thunderstorms are contributing to multiple large forest fires in the region.
Awful.
Did you know that currently there are over 70 forest fires burning
Yeah.
across northwestern Ontario? So that's a significant number. So residents in the areas have been advised to refrain, obviously, from burning outdoors, including campfires. Since the weekend, hundreds of residents of Poplar Hill First Nation and Deer Lake First Nation have been evacuated to Thunder Bay and other communities due to threats posed by two different wildfires. So in the interim, the Ministry of Natural Resources and Forestry Minister Greg Rickford. What's
I
that?
was going to say Eric Rickford. I was wrong.
No,
Never
Greg.
mind.
Greg.
Greg, you are correct. Look at that. That's crazy.
What a great, yeah. Okay. So Ministry of
Sorry.
Natural Resources and Forestry Minister Greg
Sidebar.
Rickford says that the government obviously is doing what it can, everything that it can to protect the individuals and the communities in the area. Public safety, of course, being highlighted as the first priority, and the commitment to continue to provide all support necessary to protect the health and well-being of those impacted by the wildfires.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
Now, yesterday we were talking about Old Garden River Road with the purpose of opening the wellness center that through SAH, that new business, the new location will be at the Sault Star. But also on Old Garden River, there is something that you really need to drive by and see, and that is this massive dream catcher that was made in tribute to the 215 children in Kamloops that we that a local resident has made.
Okay.
So in a tucked away corner of Sioux
Amazing.
in the 1400 block of Old Garden River Road, you will find this tribute made with love for the children. Construction from the remains of an old trampoline, which I think is an awesome creative idea.
What a great
Laced
idea.
with meters of orange lights is a dream catcher. It is believed that dream catchers originated by known as the Spider Woman. She was a custodian of all the infants and the adults. It became a difficult task for her to take enough care of all of the Ojibwe people as they started spreading geographically, even to the nooks and crannies of North America. So this dream catcher was fitting that on July 4th, Renee Smith and her cousin Candace Sim Roach, along with a group of other women, built this work tribute. She invited so Dan caught up with her, and basically the article is posted to SiouxOnline.com, and I won't do it justice by just reading in highlighted paragraphs. I think you need to go and read the entire article. It's
Yes.
beautifully put together, Dan. Thank you very much for doing that. And I just wanted to thank, she tells a beautiful story
Yes.
as well as who's growing up.
Definitely an amazing storyteller.
Yeah, growing
Yep.
up. And so I encourage you to go read it and go drive by the Dreamcatcher, please. It's beautiful.
I will be driving by the Dreamcatcher.
Absolutely. Maybe we can do that later when we go for coffee.
Coffee? What? Coffee? Who needs coffee? You'll notice the absence of a cup on my desk. I am dangerously low in my levels of caffeination, so I'm doing my best to hold it together.
You're doing wonderfully well.
What's next? Keeping my voice very
What
low.
about ribs? Let's talk about ribs.
The only thing that can make me feel happy but lack of caffeine. The ribs. Okay, so one day to go. The countdown is on until this year's Rotary Fest, the Sault Summer Festival, will open. And of course, they've had to make some modifications to continue to work within the guidelines, but we are very happy to report that it will not be a virtual event. It will be a 3-day drive-in, drive-through event being conducted in the parking lot at what was Lowe's. So the festivities will include a drive-through rib fest and a live drive-in concert. So I think that's pretty cool, very creative. To ensure that the festival does run smoothly and safely, the Rotary Club of Sault Ste. Marie is asking people who are attending Rib Fest to enter the Lowe's parking lot. Okay, so this is important.
If you everything we say. Okay.
I have the microphone, so you will listen to every word I have to say. All right.
Sticky fingers.
Okay, so attendees who are seeking to attend Rib Fest must enter the Lowe's parking lot from the south entrance, which is the entrance directly across from Dollarama. Approaching from the east.
Oh, you can't handle this. This is killing Heidi. She doesn't do directions and do left or right. You have to go that way.
I'm going to just confuse people. This is also posted to the website, so don't follow me. I will not lead.
No.
Okay, here we go. Okay, so if you're attending Ribfest, enter the Lowe's parking lot from this. I'm reading this verbatim. Enter the Lowe's parking lot from the south entrance across from Dollarama, approaching from the east. Okay, approaching from the east, which is Great Northern Roads, that you are making a right-hand turn.
She's actually turning in her chair as she's saying this, everybody.
Right-hand turn. So if you plan on enjoying the live music, then you are directed to enter the Lowe's parking lot from the east entrance.
Everybody stop. Just try. Just use the graphic and omit anything that was just...
Like, I think it needs to be known at this point that I have actually unfriended people for talking to me in terms of north and south and east and west. And so then they have to layer it with my other nemesis, which is left and right. And it's like, nobody's allowed to talk to me like that. Nobody.
I want to tell you something.
Go to Rotary Fest, eat some ribs, and listen to some music. Just be careful.
I want to tell you something.
What?
I saw that story. And I'm like, I'm giving this to Heidi because she's going to have to say direction. So that's why I put it next to your name. So you're welcome for your morning funny. She's going to beat me up.
I don't even have any coffee. Like, what is even happening right now?
That was awesome. Anyways, go get some sticky fingers and get you some ribs this weekend and listen to some awesome music.
And what happens if somebody enters from the wrong entrance?
You're going to be there directing traffic? Oh my God, that would be hilarious. That would be so funny.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, we're going to cut to commercial because when we come back, we're going to hit some crime-related stories. And clearly, we can't top the directionally challenged Heidi at the moment. So we'll be right back.
Just when y'all thought I was intelligent.
You're super intelligent. Heidi will be...
First Local, supported by... Need window coverings? Locally owned and operated, NAC completes window coverings from start to finish. Call or message us today to schedule your free quote and experience what NAC can do for you.
Where's Tommy?
I thought he was with you.
No.
Jack!
Tommy? Don't stop. Keep playing. Here we go. Here's the fun part.
Encouragement. Pass it on from the Foundation for a Better Life.
When I found out I had cancer, it was the hardest day of my life. But life is bigger than cancer.
Nope.
Good morning and welcome back to First Local Morning. It's Thursday, I'm sure of that. Thursday has no direction anyway, except towards Friday, and that's direction even I can follow. So
Okay, that's awesome.
I don't have any coffee, but I have composed myself, and now I'm going to talk to you about
Your
some...
demeanor is very calm, cool, and collective, right?
I'm very calm, cool, and collected. I'm going to talk to you now about some crime.
Crime!
All right. July 12th, officers with patrol services did charge 22-year-old Patience McKinnon with robbery. The accused attended a business in the 100 block of Churchill Boulevard where it is alleged that she selected approximately $32 in items and attempted to leave without paying. Store staff did become involved. An altercation ensued, and Patience, the accused, did assault the store employee, struck the individual. Police were called. Upon arrival, the accused was arrested. A search of the accused found her to be in possession of the items that had been taken from the business, as well amounts of substances believed to be fentanyl and methamphetamine. So she is charged with robbery, possession of property obtained by crime under $5,000, 2 counts of possession of a controlled substance, and breach of probation. Released on an undertaking, she is scheduled to appear in court on August 10th.
Okay. Before we throw to Craig, I just wanted to update you on a story about the city being charged under the Highway Traffic Act. If you do remember, we brought you a story a few weeks ago that on June 22nd, a Sault Transit bus that was traveling on Second Line West lost a wheel and skidded out of control. Originally, we were told that the investigation was ongoing and the Ontario Ministry of Transportation had also started in an investigation. So we reached out to Tessa Vecchio, who is the comms person over at the city. Hi, Tessa. Thanks for getting back to us. We appreciate that. The MTO has completed their investigation and the city has followed any action items required. Staff continue to follow proper procedures and internal investigation is still ongoing. So with that knowledge, they reach out to the MTO. It just says the enforcement officer has completed the investigation to a wheel separation incident that occurred. Part 3 summons was issued and the Corporation City of Sault Ste. Marie was charged under the Highway Traffic Act.
Okay.
We've got a couple more crime stories for you, but let's go back to Craig and find out what's going on with the weather for the next few days.
Yay.
Hello, Craig.
Better listen this time.
Thank you very much, and we're in for a soggy day, or at least for part of our day today as this rain pulls out of the area, but we are going to be left with some mist and some drizzle for most of our day today. We'll take a look at the radar and we'll show you most of this is now pushing towards the northeast, so we do have a couple of hours left of some showers and some drizzle, and then eventually it will pull out, and then we should be able to see some sun, but it is going to be a little on the cool side for Rotary Fest tonight. We'll take a look at temperature wise. 21 degrees is the call for today. For the most part, we're going to be around 18, 19 degrees. If we do see some sun later on this afternoon, we should hit 21, 22 in Wawa. Again, they're seeing the bulk of the showers as well. 24 in Sudbury and 17 in Timmins. We're all seeing that rain today. We'll take a look at the systems map for today. So here's the low pressure system. It is eventually moving out. This high pressure system is moving in. We will see a little bit of a breezy day today just because of the closeness of this high and low. So we will experience a little bit of breezy, cool winds from the northwest later on this afternoon as this cold front pushes through and this high moves in. And then we're looking really nice for the rest of Rotary Fest and into our weekend as we see plenty of sun and some very warm temperatures. So this is what we look like for the next 3 days. For today, we're going to lose those showers. We're going to try to break out some sun late this afternoon. 21 is our high, 26 for tomorrow. Going to be a dry day for Friday, which is a big change from the forecast previously. We're going to see a mix of sun and cloud, and then mainly sunny skies for Saturday, temperatures bumping up to 28. And then we continue with those high temperatures on to Sunday and right into next week, and I'll touch on that coming up on the update. Right now, let's send it back to Heidi and Colette.
Thank you very much, Craigers. Okay, a couple more crime stories. We're going to rip a lot of news for the next 5 minutes, so buckle up. Here we go.
Okay, July 9th, members of the Sault Ste. Marie Detachment of the Ontario Provincial Police responded to a pickup truck towing a trailer in the ditch on Mission Road in Cars Township, and that's Cars with a K. Police determined the driver of the pickup truck had been consuming alcoholic beverages. The driver was then arrested and transported to detachment for further testing. A result of the investigation had Carmine Rishishi, 65 years old of Sault Ste. Marie, charged with operation while impaired, alcohol and drugs. Operation while impaired, blood alcohol concentration 80 plus. The accused was released on an appearance notice and is scheduled to appear before the Ontario Court of Justice in Sault Ste. Marie on August 9th. He was issued a 90-day administrative driver's license suspension, and the vehicle was impounded for 7 days. Over to you.
Thank you. 2 charged with possession of a weapon for a dangerous purpose. This occurred on July the 13th when officers with patrol services charged 23-year-old Greg Drazanovich and 20-year-old Leonard Solomon with possession of a weapon for a dangerous purpose. So around 7:30 p.m., the two walk into a business on the 200 block of McNabb. While at the business, a staff member approached the 2 accused, asked them to leave. At this time, Leonard pulled out a bear mace, sprayed. They took off. They were then found later that day by police with methamphetamine and fentanyl in their possession. They were both charged, and they're going to go see the big judge on August 30th.
Okay. Well, not really necessarily crime, although some people that live in the area may believe it to be so. We'll talk about the ongoing controversy around the old hospital sites. So at this point, a person who goes under a pseudonym has made contact, also has a Facebook page, actually went inside the hospital, has forwarded these pictures to Dan, and Dan, of course, correspondingly has written an article with regards to it. So this is the interior of the hospital that the city says is okay. Okay, so keeping in mind that there are houses that live in close proximity to this site. Look at that. Look at the mold and the nastiness. Like, imagine the smell. So the details. So, you know.
Oh, wow. Look at that. They've got it. Is that an x-ray or
yeah, it looks like it, like an MRI or something.
Oh, that's just to be left behind?
I guess. Like, so this guy, I'm not even, like, his pseudonym is Paptimlo. Oh. So Paptimlo says that it's like, he described it as being like in the apocalypse. And he said that the hospital is very easy to get into, that he just walked in, didn't have to pry anything open or anything. That there are a couple of different places through which you can get in. And then you just walk in, and there's another boarded area, but there's a 2-foot wide opening. So you just go through that and you're in. So this is, of course, in stark contrast, these pictures, what Paptimlo is describing is in stark contrast to what Freddie Posabon, who's the chief building officer for the city, said in a statement to Sioux Online on July the 8th. He indicated that the owner has complied with the last 2 orders that were issued, including openings boarded up, as well as piles of dirt leveled off. So that would have to do more with the external components, I would say, but the internal certainly is
pretty nasty.
Yeah. So do go and check out the article, because number one, the pictures are all there, and you can decide for yourself if this is okay in a residential neighborhood, where there are children.
Absolutely. Okay. Well, hey, everybody knows Dundas Street in the 6. So I wanted to share this morning. They're changing the name Dundas Street in Toronto. Now, it's actually kind of a funny story. So Henry Dundas is a Scottish historian who's never really politician who's never really stepped foot stepped foot in Toronto. So they have brought that forward to City Council in Toronto last couple council meetings ago to change Dundas Street. It's going to cost a huge chunk of change to do so, but they just find it that there are more. Look at her. Hello, that's me. Don't recommend you do that in the middle of Toronto. But anyway, there's Dundas Square, I do believe. So yeah, there she is again. Oh, she's not a visitor at all, folks. She lives there. Not a chance at all. Forever 21. I missed that store. Oh, I'm kind of getting homesick watching this. I'm not gonna lie. Anyway, Dundas Street is no longer. That will be changing shortly. We'll bring you more of that. And while we're in the 6, let's talk about pigeons. shall we? Paul Ainsley, Councillor Paul Ainsley, good friend of mine. Hello, Paul, if you're watching this morning. He is the councillor for Scarborough and just a great guy. Also a board of directors of Ontario Good Roads Association. He passed a motion, or he seconded a motion that passed that you will no longer be able to feed the pigeons. That's right. So in addition to extending city bylaws to prohibit pigeon feeding in designated areas, it recommends rapid response investigation enforcement, which will prioritize any related complaints feeding pigeons in consultation with Toronto Public Health. So undoubtedly, the pigeons, properly known as the rock pigeon Columbia population, has access to abundant food sources. They're annoying, but still, it's part of feeding the pigeons in the square, right?
Yeah.
Isn't that part of the whole Six experience? Anyways, that has been passed as well in Toronto. So if you're heading to Toronto, that's what you need to know. 30 seconds left. Do you have one more story before we rip out to a commercial, or do you want to just wait for it?
Why don't we do a factoid? 'Cause at
Okay,
least
factoid me.
That way I know I can get it, because some of the stories that I have are big, so I don't
Let's
want to.
go, let's factoid
I don't
them.
want to shank them, as you would
Shank!
say.
I'm the shanker.
Okay, today's
Professional
date, so
shanker.
July 15th, 2007, P. Diddy.
P. Diddy! Yes, East Side!
Over 10,000 people applied for a job with P. Diddy
Yeah.
after
Oh,
the
there
rapper posted an advert on YouTube looking to find a new personal assistant. See, I missed that posting because I probably would have applied.
I'm so qualified.
Now, he warned applicants that the job would be far from easy.
Yes,
And it
yeah.
would involve everything from getting him ready for the red carpet to aiding in billion-dollar deals to helping him jump out of planes in movies. How's that for a
Is he
job
going by
description?
Diddy, P. Diddy, Puff Daddy, or
Sean Combs?
Duty? You said duty. Sean Puffy Combs. Okay, when we come back, we're going to talk about Gwen and Blake. Now, Gwen is a fashion icon, Gwen Stefani, who married Blake Shelton on the weekend. This was definitely a wedding that went this time. God, I love Gwen Stefani. And we're going to talk about Dan Levy and Jason Priestley. And we'll be right back with more Private Eyes talk.
First Local, supported by James Seaton Mortgage Specialist. Your new home doesn't come with mortgage advice. I do. Call James Seaton Mortgage Specialist, RBC 705-975-1519.
Loss is something that never leaves you. Donate $45 today to help victims of impaired driving. A message from MAD Canada.
Inches fake. Home to Lola. Bounds. This large male sports a way trimming black fur. Dominance of
You don't need a media monkey to make healthy choices. Think for yourself. A message from Concerned Children's Advertisers.
You are back with this Baby Friday edition of First Local with Heidi and Colette. Welcome to the show. All right, so we're just going to talk a little bit about what we updated you on today with regards to the news. Now, I'm just going to let you know that there is a dream catcher that I think that you all need to go see. There is a beautiful story posted to SueOnline.com right now with regards to why this dream catcher is there, the importance of it, and I just encourage you to go read this story. Again, took the time out to sit with Dan and speak with him, and then tell her story as well. But they created this huge dream catcher out of a trampoline. It is going to be on site until the first snowfall. So you do have time. You don't need to rush out today. But rush out today because it's pretty important. What is your top story? Direct us to which way you would like to go.
Okay, so the countdown is on to Rib Fest. We have 1 day left to go. This year's event has been modified to, be in compliance with recommendations and health guidelines.
And what else is it recommending?
Well, it is a drive-up, drive-through event. There is a graphic. You can see it's being held in the Lowe's parking lot. There are some very specific ways to enter if you wish to consume music or ribs. No direction provided if you're doing both. but you do have to enter from separate entrances.
Okay.
There are some very specific directives around which entrance to use in which case, so I will direct you to go to the article that is posted to our website, What to Expect When You're Expecting Ribs. Attend Rotary Fest and make sure that you enter from the right entrance.
I just want to acknowledge you deserve an award for skirting the exact issue that we were trying to get to on how to pull in to the rib fest.
I know. There's some north and south things happening.
Well, just make sure you pull out. So anyway, we are going to go to social media.
Good. No directions in social media. Excellent. Steve Childs beats everybody to the punch. GMA, HYHAGBF, and ETR. So good morning all.
Good.
Hope you have a good baby Friday and eat the ribs.
Yeah.
ETR.
Yeah, express toll route to me because I'm from
ETR, sure.
407.
Yeah.
Don't really know. Anyway, yeah, eat the ribs. Let's go with that.
Eat the ribs,
everybody.
Eat the ribs.
It
Eat
just-
all the ribs.
Go east.
Okay. Jim Footy has in in between asterisks, foot in the door. Good morning. Good morning, Jim.
Foot in the door.
Evelyn McColeman. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Evelyn. Giselle Tchaikovsky, good baby Friday, everyone, with 3 exclamation points. There, I can feel it rising because as soon as you get to Thursday, Friday.
I got the right temperature.
That's right.
Oh. I got the right temperature to make you.
All right. You're getting me all distracted.
Sorry.
As if I wasn't flustered enough from that rib thing. Look at me just looking at it.
She
like,
just
whatever.
angrily shoved the paper off her desk. All right,
What did the paper do to me, Mike? What did the paper do to me? Had all sorts of foul and profane words.
It had arrows and ends and west.
If it had had arrows, it wouldn't have been a problem.
It's on the floor now. It had an arrow to go down. Who else is on social media?
Margaret McKegg says, good morning all. Good morning, Margaret. Enika, good baby Friday, everyone, with a smiley face, a cup of coffee, a cookie, and 2 tulips. Joseph, hello, Joseph.
Hello, Joseph.
Down there at Maker North, solving problems for the people of the world. He says, good morning, everyone, with ellipsis.
Ellipsis. I love the ellipsis.
Me too. Good morning, Joseph.
Good morning, Joseph.
Cindy Mancini Bromley. Hey, I haven't seen your name in a while. Hi, Cindy. Nice to see you. Nice to see you on and interacting. Good morning, everyone. Happy Thursday, and the same to you.
Absolutely.
Debbie Doucette.
Debbie Doucette.
Debbie. Hello, Debbie.
Debbie.
Morning, everyone. 2 exclamation points. Have a wonderful day. 2 exclamation points. 3 sunflowers, starry eyes, heart, and 2 cups of coffee. Chris Bridges.
Ooh, what do you got for us today, Chris?
Well, it's a quote. Okay.
Okay, we'll do quotes.
So quote of the day, realize that true happiness lies within you, and that is a quote by Ogmandino.
Thank you.
Yes,
Like
that's
that.
a good one.
True happiness does lie within.
Tony Mancuso, good morning, ladies. Not a bad start to the day.
Aw.
We definitely need the rain. Now bring on the sun, Craig Huckerby. Have a great day. And Craig responds, shall do, with 2 exclamation points.
And he does have that power. We do know that.
Marilyn Trumbull, good morning, everyone, with 4 exclamation points. I hope everyone has a wonderful day. Ooh, and a whole bunch of emojis. 2 coffees.
Oh, nice.
My favorite kind of donut. Of course, the sun coming up between
There
2
it
great
is. I
huge
missed that.
salon. A rainbow, 2 sunshines, and 2 bouquets of flower.
Awesome.
Marge Gray. Hello, Marge. I haven't seen your name in a while. She says, good morning, lovely ladies. Good morning. Thank you. I'm just kind of scanning here. You want to break it up here and go into
Sure.
All right, we're going to come back to social media in after a few stories.
Okay, well, I did want to talk about the Tusaqualum First Nation.
Okay.
Will be coming out today with a report, as I'm busily trying to find that while I'm, wasting some time here. So I apologize, I didn't Didn't know you were going to finish social media so soon.
I can go back. I've still got it
Oh,
open.
come on. No, I do want to talk about that. But you know what? Let's talk about, before I get to that, because it's important to me to make sure that I communicate what's going on today with the Tusakamloops, Tusaqualam First Nation. Again, they're going to be putting out a report today with regards to the remains of the 215 buried help me out here, the grave sites that they dug up. So I want to pay that proper homage, and so I'll talk about that when I get back. So let's talk a little bit about what happened in Hamilton Police, where they have charged a 40-year-old man after a Muslim mother and a daughter in Ancaster were attacked by this man and threatened for their life. It happened in Meadowlands, which is in Ancaster, in the parking lot. He was pulling out of the parking spot. The mother and the daughter, were walking behind him. He rolled down the window, yelled profanity. They were so scared, they ran across the parking lot and hid behind a bush. And then he continued to look for them. So he found them, threatened their life, told them he was going to kill them. From there, the Hamilton Police Chief Frank Bergman said the mother and daughter were victims of a hate crime. Clearly, I just wanted to bring this to your attention. If you will remember, in London, that horrific accident that happened with the family that were killed when they were hit and run by a younger man in the London area. So yet another Muslim hate crime has come out. And just wanted to share that with you as well. So when we come back, we are going to talk about Tusaqualam. We are going to talk about moose poaching. I believe you do have that as well. We wanted to get that yesterday.
Yes, a conviction.
And one of two suspects in Stony Creek who did murder someone from British Columbia, they took off to Europe. One has been extradited. The other one is fighting extradition. We'll be right back after this commercial break with more Factoids fun, Heidi with direction, and Colette laughing at that. We'll be right back.
First Local, supported by Nogda Windeman Family and Community Services. Be an alternative care parent. A child needs you.
Where's Tommy?
I thought he was with you.
No.
Jack!
Tommy? Don't stop. Keep playing. Here we go. Here's the fun part.
Encouragement. Pass it on from the Foundation for a Better Life.
When social distancing, remember, stay at least 6 feet away and wear your mask. Help save lives.
Good morning and welcome back to First Local Morning. Today is Thursday, July the 15th. Thursday meaning Baby Friday. So, you know, I'm going to bring you some information now about how the province is making moves to remove anti-racism language from math curriculum preamble.
Yeah.
Okay, so what has happened is they have decided that there is language about racism and colonialism from the texts that are currently accompanying the math curriculum. The government in this moment is not confirming when the changes were made, but they appear to have followed the publication of recent media reports that highlighted a section referring to the content, context, and importance of math as subjective. Okay, so again, always encourage you to read the articles that we summarize for you.
Yeah.
So what is being said is that mathematics has been used to normalize racism and marginalization of non-Eurocentric mathematical knowledges, and a decolonial anti-racist approach to mathematics education makes visible its historical roots and social constructions. So they've added a paragraph in the edits which reads, "The curriculum emphasizes the need to eliminate systemic barriers and to serve students belonging to groups that have been historically disadvantaged and underserved in mathematics education." Okay, so of course this coming in a statement from Stephen Lecce, the Education Minister. Of course, the NDP critics are, accusing him of trying to appease, certain interest groups. Right-wing pals is the quote. So, so anyway, do have a look at the article. I thought that was kind of interesting because certainly math has never been one of my fondest memories, but I certainly I never considered that it could be viewed in that context. So
absolutely,
there you go.
Absolutely. Okay, well, thank you very much. Well, I just wanted to talk about, actually, let's start with the Tusa Cumlipps, Tusa Quaylum as promised. So today, like I said, they are set to present the final report with regard to the unmarked grave sites, which was found going back a few months now. In May, actually, the nation released a statement saying preliminary findings from the survey of the site by ground penetrating radar combined with previous knowledge and oral history indicated 215 children were buried at the site. The statement did not specify the company or individual with whom detailed the survey. Northern Ontario, so anyway, so what's going to happen today is they're going to release, like I said, the findings, and also, more importantly, they're going to release as to what they feel will happen next, what the next steps are, what the next measures are. We will have that for you today. I will make sure that's part of the 5 o'clock news. It's an extremely important story.
Very.
In the wake of what's happening or what's being turned up. Over to you. 4 minutes left.
Okay, so now as things are moving forward with, the opening, which is happening tomorrow, step 3, here we come, baby.
It's just you and me.
As, people start to feel more comfortable moving out, at least within the province, moving in and around, the Ministry of Transportation for Ontario has replaced all of the unsafe guardrail pieces along Highway 69. So over the past decade, the province had used X-Lite terminal guide rails on any new construction, but now it has been determined that those actually no longer meet safety standards. So all the problematic guardrails have now been replaced along the stretch of the highway leading to Sudbury. However, an inventory by the MTO still shows that there are 570 remaining on provincial roads throughout Ontario. So the government has committed to removing them all by the end of August this year. So good news there, I mean, when you're driving those highways, certainly safetiness.
Yeah, for sure.
Being safe is safetiness. Did I just say that?
Safetiness.
Being safe is of the utmost importance.
It absolutely is.
Yeah.
Also of the utmost importance is what is going on here in our town with tourism. We're going to talk a little bit about Terry Sheena, the announcement that came through FedNor.
Okay.
Now, FedNor, as you know, is the money that the federal government responds any infrastructure needs or any needs to Northern Ontario. In March of 2020, tourism came to a crashing halt, clearly across the province. But yesterday, an announcement was made that the federal government is launching Tourism Relief Fund. We did post a link to that on our website. You'll see a very nice picture of Terry, I thought, right at the St. Mary's River.
I did see that picture.
Isn't that such he looks very chilled and relaxed. Anyways, look for that picture. Canada's regional development agencies will deliver $485 million directly to businesses and organizations to help them adapt their operations to meet public health guidelines with regards to, how the new norm is looking and the costs associated to bring in more people to encourage and increase our tourism, but keeping the community safe.
Right.
Indigenous communities that rely heavily on tourism have also disproportionately affected by COVID-19. In order to close this gap, the Government of Canada is also investing a minimum of $50 million to the Tourism Relief Fund and Indigenous tourism projects. So the article is quite lengthy. Go look for Terry standing by the St. Mary's River. Follow the link for the application for this relief fund.
Okay. Popular time, summertime in Muskoka, a lot of boating happens. We here at On TV and Sue Online want to remind everybody that it's important to be safe and to follow all relevant rules and guidelines. Unfortunately, there has been a boat crash in the Muskoka area that has killed one individual and has sent 4 others to hospital. And so one person has passed, 4 are injured, and there is still another person who is missing after 2 boats carrying a total of 6 people collided on Lake Rosso near Muskoka's Windermere Marina Wednesday evening. So the Bracebridge, Ontario Provincial Police received multiple 911 calls around 20 to 8 with witnesses describing seeing several people in the water. Muskoka EMS, Muskoka Lakes Fire Department, and the OPP Marine Unit, the OPP Underwater Search, Rescue, and Recovery Unit, and the Aviation Unit also responded. So, yeah.
Wow, that's very sad, and yeah, be safe. Before we go to commercial, I just want to update you on the events that are happening in Cuba. I mentioned this yesterday.
Yes.
It is a country that is not known for protesting. They usually take what the government says. They're very tight-lipped and live under very strict rule. While Cuba has restricted access to social media and messaging platforms, including Facebook and WhatsApp, because of the thousands of Cubans who joined a demonstration throughout the communist-run country on Sunday to protect against a deep economic crisis that I was discussing yesterday.
Yeah.
So they were also protesting against the government's handling of the coronavirus pandemic and curbs on civil liberties. Cuba's government has said that the demonstrations were orchestrated by counter-revolutionaries financed by the United States of America, manipulating frustration with an economic crisis. So, yeah, they have blacked out their residents from any type of communication outside of the country with regards to social media. But we have released this footage. But again, this footage has been released by the Cuban government, who controls what goes on in their communications and their media. Just remember that. Okay, when we come back, we're going to lighten it up. We're going to talk a little bit about Gwen and Blake and Jason Priestley and Dan Levy. And we're going to get back to social media, and Heidi's going to wow us with another factoid. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
First Local, supported by Gary Chervinsky, Exit Realty, Lake Superior. Buying a home is a big decision, so is choosing the right agent. Call Gary Chervinsky, broker at Exit Realty, Lake Superior, 705-257-5432.
First Local, supported by Maker North, 3D printing, laser cutting, 3D design, education, prototyping, and more. Maker North, whatever it takes.
Is going to a party really worth it? Putting yourself at risk puts everyone at risk. Help limit the spread of COVID-19.
Wow, we were just
like, what time is it? Oh my gosh, it's almost time to say goodbye.
It's almost time to say goodbye to our family. Before we do that, let's head up Craig for one last look at the weather for today and what he's got for the next few days.
Well, we have a slight change in our forecast for today. We will get to that in a second. Let's go to the radar right now. We'll show you that we don't really have a lot of rain to worry about. Oh, wrong one. There we go. All that rain now is pushing towards Chapleau, Timmins. Even along the East Highway, you're going to see mist and drizzle for most of today. That's going to take at least 6 hours, 8 hours to push out of the province. But as that happens, we're going to start seeing some clearing conditions, maybe even later on this morning. So we'll take a look at the revised 12-hour forecast for you. Currently sitting at 18 degrees now, but we are going to lose the rain and bring out the sun this afternoon. Temperatures have been bumped up to 25 degrees because we are going to see some sun, and that sun is going to continue for Rotary Fest this evening and Rib Fest, of course, and temperatures around 17. It is going to be breezy though from the northwest, so be mindful of that, but it's going to be dry and it's going to stay dry for the next several days. And warm as well. We have some very warm temperatures developing starting tomorrow and lasting right into next week. So we'll touch on that at 5 o'clock with news at night. I'll see you then. Right now, let's send it back to Heidi and Colette.
Awesome sauce, Craigers. The sun's coming out, like you said, Heidi. So we appreciate that update, Craig. And again, go support Rotary Fest. Get out there, get some sticky ribs. Don't follow Heidi's direction. And let's hit up social media. I want to see Heidi there in all orange. Meanwhile, she's directing traffic into the Lowe's old door or something.
Right.
Go left! No, Heidi, that's right. I mean, I'm just bugging you today.
What? It's just unfair. It's cotton coffee. Okay, so we're back into social media.
Yeah.
Will we have a new viewer, at least new to me? I always make that distinction.
Yeah.
This is Lisa Watson. So hello,
nice.
Lisa. Welcome, and thank you for watching. Lisa says good morning. She's waving her little hand, and there's a cup of coffee, and there's a sunflower. Nice to have you aboard. So good morning to you. Merci beaucoup. Rainy day with beautiful ladies is always perfect.
Oh.
Well, thank you. Yes. And a smiley face.
Thank you, merci. Very
Melissa DiNardo says, hello, good morning, with 2 exclamation points. Good morning to you, Melissa.
Hi, Melissa.
Nadine Bonnet, we're trying to send you our heat from Alberta. Been so hot here, people have been begging for cooler weather. Yes, we've been seeing those conditions, and if I could take some of the heat for you, I would. But thank you for watching, Nadine.
Yeah. In Alberta, how nice.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Nadine Bonnet says, that's so nasty. 74 plus wildfires, not good. I know. There are a lot of wildfires burning in the morning.
Yeah.
Merci beaucoup. I just nervously glanced at your cup.
What the heck was that? You just gave
Why
me,
does Colette's coffee say Tim? And then Craig respond, the mug that she's using is a mug that Tim Murphy used when he used to...
To be honest with you, it was like this, and I always have a Sue Online mug, and I noticed when I grabbed the handle feels weird. And then, paying homage to Tim, he kicks ass. That's why.
Tim is dynamite.
Yeah.
Jim Whitty, hey, no Brad today. Good morning, Brad, nonetheless. Yes, I haven't seen Brad. Ordinarily, he would check in by now, so maybe he's doing some work or something.
Okay.
Costa Rica.
Hello, Michael, and country Michael.
Yes, and he likes to send them for you. So good morning, and this good morning is wedged between 2 cups of coffee, Costa Rican coffee, and 2 palm trees. Steve Child says, M-I-C-K-Y. As I said, it's almost time to,
I started singing.
See, Steve, I got you, man. I know what you're saying. 3.5 minutes. I still have a factoid.
Okay, I want to talk about Gwen Stefani as well.
It's a quick factoid.
Yeah, no, I know. I wasn't saying not to do. I'm just saying I want to talk about Gwen.
Yes.
She's my fashion.
We will push down Jason Priestley and Dan Levy so you can talk about the Gwen.
Oh, those are good ones.
This date, July 15th in 2012, Queen were crowned top of the Patriotic Pops in a survey of 100,000 music fans. The band's anthem, We Are the Champions, was named #1 by fans who were asked what song made them proud to be British. The track, which got to #2 in 1977, picked up 13,000 votes. 13,000 votes in the survey carried out among users of the Lucky Voice website. It was followed by the Oasis hit Wonderwall, which was nominated by 11,000 karaoke singers, and then Let It Be by the Beatles, which got 10,000 votes. Elton John's Candle in the Wind and London Calling by The Clash rounded out the top 5.
Thank you for sharing that. I absolutely love Queen, and if there was one band that I am really hurt that I never got to see live, that would be that one right there, as well as The Doors. Queen and The Doors.
Well, yes.
Okay, Gwen Stefani, gotta get it in.
Go.
Get this one. There is no doubt that they got married. So she's beautiful, looking super hot in her Vera Wang. Look at her. Isn't she not? She's she's the pinnacle for me. I think she's absolutely beautiful.
She's adorable.
She's the best. Look at her dress. She is a fashionista. She is a wonderful singer. She is a strong woman. And now she has a strong man as her husband. They've been together for years now, and they met on The Voice, as you do remember. So go see. I just wanted to show that they got married, and there is no doubt that they look very, very happy together. Now, how about Jason Priestley? Or let's talk Dan Levy.
Dan Levy, yeah.
Jan Levy wins every time.
Well, for sure. So Dan Levy, actually, he did host an episode of look at his face.
I know. We asked
Seriously.
Heidi and I really
Kiss
love
that
Dan.
face.
Right?
Yeah, so he hosted an episode of Saturday Night Live. I did watch it. It was hysterically funny.
I'm gonna
So
watch it
funny.
later.
So funny that he's actually been nominated for an Emmy.
Crazy.
Because sweeping the Emmys as a part of Schitt's Creek wasn't enough for this fantastically gifted individual. Now, a first-time Emmy winner again last year for his work on on Schitt's Creek. Now will compete for Outstanding Guest Actor in a Comedy Series for his appearance on Saturday Night Live back in February. So several Canadian Emmy contenders include the Renovation twins Jonathan and Drew Scott, who are nominated for Property Brothers Forever Home. The entrepreneur Kevin O'Leary is also nominated in the same category for part of the producing team for Shark's Tank.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So
hey, before we go, I just want to let you know that the worst job as a groom of the stool was actually somebody who sat by King George while he was on the washroom just to entertain him. So entertaining while he was sitting. That's a job no one wants. Thanks for joining us on this Baby Friday. We'll see you tomorrow at the Proper Friday. Have an awesome Thursday. Thanks for being with us.